He's probably not looking in his mirror that much, but he is just gapping himself now. 1.6 seconds, and we have a yellow on the racetrack.
Caution has come out. The 66 of Carl Long up in turn 2. 43 laps to go. Crew chief?
Oh, you pit. There's no doubt. You
Everybody. That outside line. Now, falls in behind the 2. What will he have for him for the final 29 laps? Marty.
And Rick, you can see how aggressive Brad Keselowski was being. They was reminding him, listen, the 22 is coming behind you. We don't have time to waste here. And a great point about the short run. That's what Paul Wolfe told Brad. He said, I set the air pressures back to what they were at the start of the race. Remember, we had a competition caution 45 laps in, so some savvy thinking by Paul Wolfe for the short run to the end. But Chase Elliott's not done, is he, Rick?
Not at all. And we heard earlier that Alan Gustafson was impressed with how aggressive his driver was being. Look at this, he's putting the bumper to the 2 now, trying to take that lead back away.
We saw Keselowski putting the bumper to Chase Elliott. Well, guess what that was? That was a permission slip to do the same. He fills the hole.
And now you get some tire rub once again. Is it on the right front or the left rear? Right front of the 24, left rear of the 2. Bumper again to the back of the 2. How hungry is Chase Elliott? He wants that first win so bad.
Chase Elliott's got a difficult situation because he has Joey Logano behind him. So Chase Elliott really can't change his lane. He can't go in the high lane, try to turn underneath Keselowski, because if he opens the door for Logano, he's going to take it. Kelly.
And Alan Gustafson loves to see this aggression out of his driver, Chase Elliott. He says he's become a bit edgier as of late. Well, Chase came over the radio a couple of laps ago to say that he was just way too tight. Alan reminded him to use that track bar, use his tools inside the cockpit, and they said, hey, we got plenty of time to go to get him back.
Rick, it was well documented. The 2 of Brad Keselowski said Talladega in the round before this was a must-win. When they went there, they did it. They advanced to the round of 8. Coming to Martinsville, the 2 said this is a must-win. We don't feel we can do it at Texas or Phoenix, and here he is again, 23 to go, leading under the lights at Martinsville.
With this many laps to go and only having run the few laps that have been run, 13 laps on this run, it concerns me that Chase Elliott said tight. That concerns me because that problem normally only gets worse. You can keep running that track bar up in the air, but it can only do so much. I don't like hearing that he's tight.
There's only so much he can do. You mentioned that he could change his line if he didn't have as much pressure from the 22. Well, now there's a couple car links between the 24 and the 22, or at least 2 car links now. Does that give him a little more freedom to try to choose a different line?
100%, and that's what he has to be trying to do, and he will be. The problem with a tight race car, the point is you have to wait on the throttle. You have no choice.
5 points that separated the 2.
It's the 2-car lap traffic. The 2-car might have a tire going down, something. You got to continue the fight against the 22.
Well, yeah, definitely remember the fact sidewall of the
Blaney, all nose to tail and running inside the top 7.
What a great battle it has been all afternoon long here at Martinsville. And now the fight for second between Joey Logano and Chase Elliott, as about 0.8 of a second separate Keselowski and Elliott. Once that contact was made and Brad Keselowski was able to get by, it seems as though something with the 24 just isn't as good as it was the last run and the few laps that were run after the restart.
Jeff, I think you'll agree. We have a team, if they can hold on for 13 more laps in a crazy battle.
2 got sideways. A lot of smoke coming out of the back of the 22 now.
And this left rear tire could affect the whole field. If it goes flat and the 22 spins out, the yellow will come out and decisions will have to be made.
The gap between 1 and 2 is 1.4 seconds now. Keselowski has that big of a lead. Now the 11 all over the back bumper of the 22, trying to take advantage.
For the 3rd position.
Denny Hamlin fighting his way back up in 10 laps to go.
I'm not so sure it's not got a little bit of air coming out of it now. He has lost a lot of speed. Remember, he was battling for position, and now he just cannot keep the guys behind him. There it is.
And around goes the 22. Caution comes out. Under 9 laps to go at Martin.
You had to know the air was coming out of that left rear tire. The curb just, you know, right behind. Look at that. The door just opened.
So what do these top 6 cars do? Tires are definitely worth something. These have to turn around his day.
Left.
See, I see what?
Top 10 stayed out.
Yeah, so
he was told so.
are going to be okay, or at least the lead 2, maybe the lead 3. But Kevin Harvick back there more. They can almost put.
The only thing you can do is hold the bottom. Try to stay side by side as long as you can. Kelly.
Well, it might be the break that 24 team needed. Here was their discussion.
Just think about what you can do to help it and what you can do for a short run, because we're going to have a crack at him. And if you get a chance, drill him as hard as he drilled you.
And now the team telling them to dig, dig, dig.
And Brad Keselowski has chosen the outside line for this restart. Could be the final restart here. It'll be 4 laps to go when they get to the start-finish line. Short track racing at Martinsville. 4 to go. '24 with a great restart. Up the racetrack he goes. Side by side for the lead down the backstretch. Way up the racetrack goes Chase Elliott. He opens the door down below. Here comes Denny Hamlin. Elliott has the lead, but Hamlin looks to the inside. Elliott diving, trying to block. Down the backstretch again. Less than 3 to go. The bumper to the back of the 24. Elliott goes around. Hamlin takes the lead, and the caution comes out.
Get it going if you can. Get it.
All in the back of the 24.
'24 up into the wall. Playoff driver.
Trying to
The fans.
Well, now we get to see this all over again. Joe Gibbs' teammates on the front row, they're not going to act like teammates. I don't think they care that they're teammates in this situation. Then behind them, Clint Boyer in 3rd, Martin Truex Jr. doing a great job here at Martinsville. He'll restart 4th.
Denny Hamlin has chosen the inside line. Kyle Busch on the outside. Hamlin surges ahead. Clearly out front. The 18 running 2nd. Truex in 3rd. Now here comes Boyer fighting back on the inside. A little bump there out of the 18. Side by side as they come back to the stripe. White flag in the air. Kyle Busch on the inside. Kyle Busch up the racetrack. He moves the 11 up. Here comes the 78 of Truex Jr. Into the final turns. Martin Truex Jr. has never won on a short track. As he comes out of 4, it's a drag race. They wreck behind him. Kyle Busch will win.
Yes, sir. Checker.
Big wreck on the front stretch. A parking lot right in front of the grandstands. Ambulance coming out to take a look at some of the cars if they're not able to continue to roll. I know Kurt Busch has right now still just sitting, and now he starts to roll. So everybody rolling well with the exception of the 18, the race winner, Kyle Busch, who now has guaranteed a spot in the championship 4. Let's look how he did it.
It's a good restart. Looks like he's in great shape right here.
Even the corner, but the rest of the field wrecks behind it. It starts right here with Blaney and the 11 getting together. A hard hit by the 41 in the distance.
Kevin Harvick going around across the start-finish line backwards in 5th.
Take a look at this. It looks like the 24 of Chase Elliott. Now you're seeing it. 24 and the 11 having a difference. Cup Series.